Hello comrades and friends. So Mogwai updated his Grixis deck, which I have here, which I'll show you in a second. And it's based off another deck from r/spikes, which is this deck here. And what I've done is I've gotten both of these decks and I've combined them, what I believe is the best parts of both of them, and put them into my deck. So let's have a talk about what these decks do. So what they've added in is this card called Fae of Wishes, which we'll show here. Yeah, so Fae of Wishes lets us have a card from our sideboard. And it means that we can use our sideboard to have a bit of a wish board, get what we want, that sort of thing. So in the first game, it allows us to have our sideboard ready to go in the first game, which is really strong because it's like having part of your sideboard. Well, it is having part of your sideboard already, rather than waiting until the end of the game, or the end of the match. So Fae of Wishes is really, really strong, especially with Fires of Invention, because you can go Fires of Invention, play Fae of Wishes, grab something from your sideboard. Now, that means that we get to, since we're running Fires of Invention, we get to go off color in sideboard. So we get to get things like Kai's Wrath, and Casualties of War, and Plane-Wide Celebration. So we get Kai's Wrath against aggro, so we just destroy them all. We get things like Casualties of War. This deals with Field of the Dead, because you can destroy one of them. It deals with Esper stacks, because you can destroy the enchantment, an artifact, and then a fairy and a land. So it's really good. Plane-Wide Celebration is sort of a win out of nowhere card, because it allows you to proliferate 4 times. And if you do that with Bolas or Liliana, you win. So it's essentially getting Elder Spell, but you can do it without having any more Planeswalkers on the field. You only need Bolas or Liliana. Otherwise, in really dire situations, you can make 2/2 citizens, and you can gain life. You can also get stuff like Thought Distortion. Thought Distortion is pretty good against decks that have lots of cards in hand and in graveyard. So, say Esper stacks. They can't counter this, and you exile their hand and graveyard. So, really good, and it means that their stacks don't go off as hard. Alright, I want to have a talk about the differences between my deck and the other 2 decks. So I'll show the other 2 decks now. So Mogwai is one. He has... it's mostly differences in sideboard. So he went to grab Time Wipe in sideboard. I don't agree with that, because the only reason why you want Time Wipe is to return a Murderous Rider or a Fae of Wishes to hand. Fae of Wishes can already go back to your hand. So I don't think it's worth it, especially since it's 1 more mana. So what you can do is, if you have Fires of Invention out, and you only have 4 mana, you can Kai's Wrath while you can't Time Wipe. And if you have creatures on the field from, say, Liliana, enter the Dreadhorde, and Murderous Rider, Fae of Wishes, etc., and you do Kai's Wrath, you'll get 1 life for each creature of yours that dies. Otherwise, these 4 are pretty universal across the others. Mogwai only has 1 Unmoored Ego, and runs Ashiok in the sideboard, which is something I do, because I agree with that, because the other deck from this Reddit user called 1985, he runs Ashiok mainboard, and I don't think that's necessarily a great idea, because it's good versus a few decks in the meta, but it also just is useless against a lot of others. Say if you're up against red deck wins, Ashiok's useless, and it's a dead card in board, which you don't really want at all. They also run Angrath's Rampage, which I did try out myself, and they run Bedevil instead of Murderous Rider. That's something I also want to consider, because I often find that I don't play Murderous Rider as a creature. Oftentimes it's too life to pass Hero's Downfall, and it doesn't deal with artifacts. So I'm wondering whether Bedevil's better, so that's something I might want to try out later on. They also don't have any Enter the God Eternals main board. I don't agree with this because you need the life. Like, it doesn't deal with Golos, sure. It doesn't deal with, you know, a lot of cards in the meta right now, but the life is so important. Then in their sideboard they run 3 Duress instead of 2, 1 Elder Spell, and I believe I run 2? No, I only run 1, never mind. They have another Ashiok in sideboard, so I really don't know why they have such a infatuation with Ashiok. Like, Ashiok's good, but I would only run maximum of 2 of them, and that would be in sideboard only. Then they run 3 Unmoored Ego. I only have 1 in my sideboard, because I don't need to cast it more than once per game. I don't think I've ever needed to. Maybe I have in off situations, but say if you're going up against Field of the Dead with Golos, 1 Unmoored Ego to get rid of Field of the Dead should be enough. You don't need 3 of them to get rid of Field of the Dead and Golos and something like Hybrid Grixis. It's not worth it. They run Kaya's Wrath, so I've brought Kaya's Wrath in. They run Tamiyo, and that's really interesting because it's good versus Esper stacks since they can't make you sacrifice things. But other than that, it's well, it gets some things from your graveyard and you can search for things, but it's not really worth it in my opinion. And of course the casualties were Ugin, Plainwhite Celebration. Other differences is that they only have 1 Liliana, 1 Chandra, while Mogwai has 2 Liliana, 2 Chandra. And I think that's more reasonable to have 2 of each, because if they get removed, then they're gone. It's probably why they're running Tamiyo in the sideboard, so then they can bring these back. I think it's you're better off just having all 4 instead of all 2. Secondly, Mogwai runs 3 Drawn from Dreams and still has the 4 Fires of Invention, and that's something I've copied over, as well as Mogwai runs 4 Narset, which is another thing I've copied over. So I've literally just gotten the best of both worlds, I believe. I might change things up a little bit to have the Bedevils instead of Murderous Rider. But other than that, I'm pretty happy with the deck. I have 2 matches to show you today. One versus I think it was Rakdos Aggro, and one versus Field of the Dead. And yeah, that's about it. And I'll see you in a few seconds. Okay, well, we got Scry, and we got turn 3 Narset Murderous Rider, so this is a good hand. think I want Scry turn 1 in case I see a Thought Erasure on top or something. I don't need that. Okay. Okay, this is Rakdos Aggro. I'm going to play the Narset.
Those who cannot listen.
So I played the Narset because it means that they don't get the extra card draw, while I do. And it incentivizes them to attack my Narset. Yeah, getting rid of the fires is a good idea.
Commotion.
Alright, I'm going to keep my Murderous Rider open because I do value the one card, one life over anything else. Frankle. I'm gonna kill Frankle. See you later.
Such violence is upsetting.
And then play this. Play this. Play this. We'll mill them. So we can see a little bit more of that deck. Ah! Okay, well that make looking interesting. Alright, we did not draw well off that. So we're going to attack it on the off chance they block. Wow. Okay. That's interesting. Well, that tells me that they probably have something better in hand then. Or just... Okay, come on deck, we need to get something a bit better than this. Luckily the Crusader's gonna help us draw a card. Okay, that's good. What will we get from Fae of Wishes? Maybe Casualties of War? That tapped me wrong. Oh no, it didn't. Never mind. Not tapped the 20% for that. Okay, I think ETG is the best. Do that with Casualties of War. If we get rid of Casualties of War, then we can kill the Spawn and the Blood Crypt or Castle. That stops them from playing the other Spawn. Or we can get Kaya's Wrath and just play the board. I might just get Kaya's. I'm gonna swing in. So we gain some life. I'll gain one more life since Kaya's Wrath is really good. And we can Fae of Wishes again. And bring that in. So I might play Narset first.
There are so many mysteries. Just the trick of this.
Okay, we'll grab a little bit on there technically.
I am the master here.
Leaves them with
Out of my way.
So we're up against an aggro deck, so we need aggro cards, not anti-aggro cards. So we probably want Legion's End, that deals with Knight of the E1 Legion. And I want the other ETG. And maybe get rid of... Oh no, Narset was really good though. Maybe from Drawn from Dreams, single Bolas. And that'll be the deck. So this way we have ways to deal with everything. We got a board wipe, but we do need to build up to it. They did mulligan. I want to keep it. I know it's a bit risky, but if they... well, they mulligan twice now, so this Thought Erasure is really useful. As long as they don't have like a turn 1 Knight into Drill Bit or a turn 1 Duress. I don't know. I semi-called it, I guess? Okay. Well, that means that they're not afraid of taking stuff away. I still want to just curve out mostly. Okay, yeah. Oop. We might have to play Fae of Wishes as a blocker. Starting from... yeah. Okay, they're gonna get bigger and bigger knights. So we really need that fourth land as fast as possible. Oh, this is bad. So we take 2, 4, 6, 9 damage. Anything we throw a sailor? No, we're dead. Okay. Wow, I can't believe they came back. I mean, we were really greedy. We kept a 2-lander. We shouldn't have done that. We really shouldn't have done that. Okay. I guess we know it a little bit better now, but yeah. Well done to them. Coming back from the 5-lander. Oh, sorry, 5/5 lander. It's really hard. Alright, well this is good. We get the Legion's End and Fae of Wishes to try and get something. Now one of the things that is to be considered that could maybe in the future we could do is try putting 1 Fires of Invention in the sideboard, specifically for Fae of Wishes. It's not a bad idea, because it can help guarantee that Fires of Invention. The problem is it's already a bit of a slow play, Definitely already pretty slow. Alright, we're not gonna mess around with what we can end up. Mostly to see what they have in their hand. Okay. Well, we don't hit much, but whatever. Damn. Okay. That wasn't really expected. I'm gonna crack the Fabled Passage to try and fill ourselves out. Sorry, filter ourselves out from land. We're just gonna get that. Oh, we have a Fabled Passage. Oh. Yikes. We will get to it, that they have that in hand. Because that could be a spawn of them. Well, that honestly helps us out quite a lot. Defense. So that means that next time we can do Chandra. They might flash that in. Yeah, that card draw honestly helps us out more than it helps them out. We want them to be drawing cards. Oh, it has Menace. Yeah, we won't be able to block it. Oh, that's pretty good. And then next time we can play the Chandra. Honestly, I would have wondered whether keeping that in hand would have been better. I'm about to end this man's whole career.
Let's make this work. Check out these fireworks.
Nice. Good land, if I haven't played anything that wasn't Grixis. Rage Pope. When you are a really angry Catholic. Probably like during the Protestant Reformist era. We need one land to get the fires off, and we have early game removal if they're running creatures. Temple Garden. That leaves quite a lot of things that they could be. I suppose we'll see. Yeah, maybe it's some sort of Selesnya brew. It could be adventures or band. Okay, lovely.
I will invert the world to watch kings grovel. Surely you must be famished.
Well, we have Fires of Invention to Drunken Dreams to try and get an answer to Oko. And if he keeps using the food tokens to make elves, then we can send them.
Your new look is enchanting.
Good old Ram. Nice Rider bottom. So we're gonna fight Ron. Bolas is good here. We want to keep drawing out lands, so probably get the Castle Vantress. So we'll go Steam Vents, Bolas, kill. Maybe see what else.
It's not good.
Black. That means that they're running Golos. Wow, this deck is sort of doing a lot of things. A whole lot of things.
Resonate throughout the multiverse.
Fair.
Perish.
Nothing is fair, man. Okay. And we have Liliana that we can minus to get rid of that giant. And we'll be dead. Liliana minus.
Never hurt anyone.
Do we want some plus Bolas? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, but sorry, do you want a plus Bolas to draw the card in exile, or do we want a zombie? Because they're going to be getting 2 zombies with the Fabled Passage. Alright, and I'll go Narset to try and find something.
My prowess is unmatched.
For the Chandra?
Keep an open mind.
Awesome, shall receive. The Fae of Wishes would have been good too. Golos, Oko, Field of the Dead. That is a lot of things. Yeah, we sort of want a bit of everything, don't we? That's not useful here. It's not as useful here. We probably go down 1. Deals with Oko, so yeah, this is hard. Hard cuts. Do we, at the end of the day, do we want the Duress? It deals with Oko, it deals with Circuitous Route. This is hard. I mean, at the end of the day, we can always use the Fae of Wishes to get from our sideboard what we want. but it's not optimal to do that. But we can still do it. So we definitely want stuff like Unward Ego, so then we can get rid of Field of the Dead, or Oko, or whatever else they might be running. Cool, turn 2 Thought Erasure is a bit of a keeper. And the Elder Spell for Oko. It's pretty nice. I should have done the Blood Crypt, what am I doing? Well, they get the Field of the Dead. That's bad. Yeah, of course. That was really good for them to get that. What's that? Okay. That's your instant. It could be another Veil of Summer, it could be a Once Upon a Time. It couldn't have been the Growth Spiral because it was an untapped Field of the Dead. Wow. Alright, we want the land. And we want the Bolas. I am not looking forward to double Field of the Dead. And the Golos. Great. Ah, then you get wonderful. And a Bolas. That was a really strange Veil of Summer, by the way.
In exchange for eternal servitude.
That was a really strange Veil of Summer.
Conceivable.
Well, getting rid of a land tells me that they have another land to get the Field of the Dead going. Yep. Big boy. That's okay. And Ritual of Soot. You can set up lethal by going Fae of Wishes, getting Granted, and getting Light Celebration. No, I tapped a land. No, there's no real punishment for that. Good thing it wasn't a Vantress. Okay. That's a creature or planeswalker. So I currently can't straight up win the game. We played Light Celebration. And that's fine, we still have Ritual of Soot. That's the recipe good in the craft pack. So we need to get something to kill the Golos. The full control bug is very annoying. Permanents in our yard. Yeah, no, that's not worth it. Alright, so we want a color citizen, proliferate, and so we want the citizens to block the field of blood. I really wish we got that upkeep stuff, but we didn't. Okay. That's not it. That is not it. That is. Damn, she's a bit slow. I'll have 18 damage through that. And 3 damage through that. That's 21 damage. Yeah, now we're dead. That's unfortunate. Yeah, that Golos stopped us from doing a Bolas ult with the Banewide celebration. Which would have been nice. Alright, we definitely want the Legion's End. I think that was really silly of us to take it out. I don't think Noxious Grasp is important at all. They run Veil of Summer, but other than that, they don't have too many non-creatures that we care about. They have Fortuitous Route and stuff like that, but they don't really have anything like actually important. I'm gonna risk it because Ashiok and Unmoored Ego is devastating towards Field of the Dead. Hopefully our Thought Erasure gets us that third land. Oh, cool. Get rid of the negate. We probably should have done that, but I want to get the Unmoored Ego and move that buff. ASAP. F-I-E. Oops. I can English. Alright. Let's have a look at what they have as well. Gates, Fae of Wishes, Jace, Oko. 1 Golos, 2 Golos, yep. 3 Golos. Golos. 1 Veil. Now let's have a look at Veils. Two Veils of Summer. Let's get rid of a good few of their win cards. Sort of where those there's also stuff some construction in my life. Good. Please crack it. Be my guest. Oh. Cool. I want to protect the Ashiok. She's doing work. I will bust now the Ritual of Soot on that. Because there's also stuff Golos getting them more land, and it's also stuffing the Fabled Passage as well. one Jace, one Ogre. I mean, the Jace is just for them, really. That is so incredibly worth. Ashiok did her work. She stopped them from searching, she exiled Jace and Oko, and she forced them to play Tiny Crater. Although, now of course they just get to wreck the shit out. That's alright. Chandra, -5.
Stay back. I'm an explosively good pyromancer.
Because they can activate Golos, and that much card advantage is just too much for us to deal with. After that, we'll grab a red mana, so we can cast everything in our deck. What are we getting? That's a lot. Oh, they have the land for it? Wow.
They can always do better next time.
That was a good time from that. Oh my god, that's that. Then we'll only have 17 lands left in the deck. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Every tale about me is like one bite,
Oh.
and all your cares are gone.
Yeah, we should have 17 lands in the deck.
Let's broaden your
And that top deck Oko is rough.
welcome to the feast.
That was such a good turn from them. I wonder if that goes just because of Oko.
If you wish to surrender now, I have just the trick for this. Alright. So we'll Bolas kill that. And Legion then kill those.
Gaze into my face and put on your true shape.
I was not prepared for this. My army will envelop the
And that should give us a turn of respite. So we'll probably go kill Liliana.
not good. Trust me. Your defeat, but a threat.
It would have been better to touch it. That's exactly. Alright. And hopefully they don't have... I really hope that's like a land. Like, it's probably not.
The brambles of truth twirl and curl. Oh dear.
Oh dear, indeed.
Wipe your bloodline from existence. Remake the multiverse in my image.
I think little merriment is in
I am omnipotent.
This might make them attack me. Or not.
My revenge will be painful.
Alright, so I'm gonna say attack with Bolas. Right to the top. Well, we still have more Liliana, more Chandra, Elder Spell.
Your expectations are exhausting.
Yeah, this is a really close match. At least we can gain some life. They could bail themselves out. They're not careful. Well, we miss out on getting good stuff, so... Not even Liliana will help us at this point, because they have other thing to play. That's unfortunate. And it shuffles that Murderous Rider back in. But I still think it's worth. So Bolas doesn't save us. Liliana doesn't save us. Fires of Invention doesn't save us. Good game. That's unfortunate. Ah well. Well, I do believe this video is long enough, so Thanks very much for watching, and hope you have a nice day.